You were not supposed to find this, not yet. Not until you were ready, but something within you, something ancient, something that remembers, has guided you here, to this moment, to these words, to this transmission. This is not content you consume. This is a code you activate. And the fact that you are here, right now, hearing this voice, feeling this pull, means the power within you has begun to wake. It has called you here, not to learn something new, but to remember something old, something that was buried, hidden, encoded in the depths of your being. The ancients knew about the power. They wrote it in texts that were burned. They whispered it in temples that crumbled. They encoded it in symbols that only the initiated could read, not because they wanted to keep it from you, but because they knew it could only be accessed by those who were ready to wield it. And you are ready. There is a treasure chest inside you, not metaphorical, not symbolic, real, pulsing, overflowing with the codes of prosperity, health, love, abundance beyond anything your limited mind has allowed you to imagine. But you were taught to search outside yourself, to work harder, to earn, to prove, to beg the universe for scraps. They taught you that power was somewhere out there, that prosperity required permission. They lied. Breathe now, deeply. Let your entire body soften, because in the next 28 minutes, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to work for this. You don't need to be worthy of this. You already are this. The power is not coming to you. The power is in you. And it always has been. The secret codes have been locked inside your consciousness, waiting for you to stop searching outside and finally turn within to the only place true prosperity has ever lived. This is the beginning of your remembrance. This is the unlocking. And by the time these words fade, something will have shifted irreversibly, eternally. The power is in you. Let us decode it together. Chapter 1. The Forgotten Code of Self-Generated Wealth. There is a lie that has been passed down through generations like a virus. The lie that wealth comes from outside. That prosperity is something you chase, earn, manifest, attract. That if you work hard enough, sacrifice enough, prove yourself worthy enough, then abundance will arrive. But the secret codes reveal something that will shatter everything you thought you knew. Wealth is not external. Wealth is internal, always. Breathe that in. Let it disrupt the programming. You are not a beggar at the gates of prosperity. You are the kingdom itself. And the treasure chest has been inside you all along, waiting for you to stop looking out there and start generating from here. The ancients understood this. In the mystery schools, they taught that a human being is a consciousness furnace. You don't attract gold. You alchemize gold. Not physical gold, though that will follow, but the golden frequency that calls all things into form. Think of the sun. Does the sun attract light? No. The sun is light. It generates. It radiates. It gives. And because it gives from its infinite core, it never runs out. You are that sun. But you have been living like a shadow, begging for light. The first code is this: stop asking, start generating. Have you noticed that the wealthiest people, the truly abundant, don't chase money? They don't beg for opportunities? There's a frequency they carry, a certainty, a knowing that wealth flows to them, not because they deserve it, but because they are it. They have activated the code. Pause now. Close your eyes if you can. Feel into your body, beneath the fear, beneath the doubt, beneath the programming. Can you feel it? That furnace, that generator, that power source that has been humming inside you since before you took your first breath. It never left. You just stopped plugging in. Here is what they didn't tell you. Prosperity is not a resource that runs out. It's not a pie with limited slices. Prosperity is a frequency. And frequency is infinite. The universe is not hoarding abundance from you. You are hoarding it from yourself by believing the lie that it comes from out there. Imagine now that inside your chest is a vault, not locked, never locked. But you believed it was, so you never opened it. Inside that vault are the codes, the frequencies, the blueprints for the exact life you've been praying for. And the key? The key is the simple recognition that you are not separate from the source of all wealth. You are the source. This is not visualization. This is not wishing. This is activation. The moment you stop waiting for prosperity and start being prosperous in your thoughts, in your energy, in the way you move through the world, the universe has no choice but to reflect that back, because the mirror only shows what stands before it. Think of someone you know who always seems lucky. Opportunities find them, money flows, doors open. You thought they were special, chosen, but the secret is simpler. They never believed in lack. Somewhere deep inside, they activated the code that says, I am the source. And now, it's your turn. The forgotten code is this. You are not a receiver of wealth. You are a generator of wealth. And the moment you flip that switch, the moment you stop begging and start radiating, the entire quantum field rearranges itself to match your frequency. You were never poor. You were simply unplugged. Feel it now, the hum, the power, the generator inside your ribs, waiting to be switched on. This is the first unlocking. This is the first code. You are wealthy, not because you will be, but because you are. And the external world is simply catching up to the truth you are now embodying. Chapter 2. The hidden truth of inner authority. The greatest theft in human history was not of gold or land. It was the theft of your inner authority. They took it slowly, subtly, through religion that told you to obey, through education that told you to conform, through culture that told you to seek validation outside yourself. And piece by piece, you forgot the most dangerous truth of all. You are the authority of your own life. Breathe now. Feel the rebellion rising in your cells. The secret codes hidden in the ancient texts all point to one undeniable truth. There is no power outside of you greater than the power within you. None. Not governments, not gurus, not gods. You are the living embodiment of divine intelligence. And when you reclaim your authority, when you stop giving your power away to external voices, you become unstoppable. Think of a king in his castle. Does he ask permission to rule his kingdom? Does he doubt his right to sit on the throne? No, he knows. He embodies. He is the authority, not because someone crowned him, but because authority is a frequency, and he has tuned into it. You are that king, that queen, that sovereign. But somewhere along the way, you gave the crown away. You handed it to your parents, who told you what you should become, to society, which told you what success looks like, to gurus who promised they had the answers you were seeking. But the ultimate code reveals no one has your answers, because your answers are encoded within you. Have you noticed how the people who change the world never wait for permission? They don't ask if it's okay. They don't seek approval. They tap into something deeper, a knowing that transcends the need for external validation. That knowing is your inner authority, and it has been waiting for you to reclaim it. Pause here. Place your hand on your heart. Ask yourself, whose voice have I been listening to? And beneath all those voices, can I hear my own? It's there, quiet, steady, unshakable. The voice that knows your path even when your mind is confused. The voice that sees the truth even when the world presents illusions. The ancient mystics called this the inner guru, the teacher within. They understood that all external teachers are simply mirrors, reflecting back the wisdom that has always lived inside you. This is not arrogance. This is reclamation. There is a difference between ego-driven pride and soul-level sovereignty. Pride says, I am better than you. Sovereignty says, I am the authority of my own existence, and so are you. Imagine now what your life would look like if you stopped outsourcing your decisions, if you stopped asking everyone else what you should do and started trusting the guidance within. If you stopped seeking validation and started validating yourself, the universe would have no choice but to bow. Because when you embody authority, the quantum field responds. Opportunities appear, resources flow, people treat you differently, not because you demanded respect, but because you finally respected yourself. Here is the hidden truth. The universe does not respond to your desperation. It responds to your certainty. And certainty is born the moment you stop looking outside for answers and start listening within. Think of a time when you ignored your intuition and regretted it. Your inner authority was speaking, but you gave your power to someone else's opinion, to logic, to fear, and the result? Misalignment. Now think of a time when you trusted yourself, really trusted, and everything clicked into place. That was your inner authority, fully activated. This is the second code. You are the oracle. You are the guru. You are the authority. And the moment you stop seeking outside and start sourcing within, your entire reality reorganizes itself around your sovereignty. The power is in you, not in them, not out there, in you. Reclaim it now, not with force, but with quiet, unshakable knowing. You are the king. You are the queen. You are the sovereign of your reality, and no one can take that from you ever again. Chapter 3, The Secret Law of Energetic Worthiness. There is a frequency that most people never access. It hums at the edges of their awareness, always just out of reach. They pray for it, affirm for it, visualize for it, but it never fully arrives, not in the way they hoped. Do you know what that frequency is? Worthiness. Not the intellectual knowing that says, I deserve good things, but the deep, cellular, unshakable embodiment that says, I am worthy, not because of what I've done, but because I exist. This is the code that changes everything. Breathe deeply now. Let this land. You have been trying to earn your worthiness, trying to prove it, trying to become worthy through achievement, success, sacrifice, healing. But the secret teachings reveal something radical. You cannot become worthy. You can only remember that you already are. Worthiness is not a destination. It is your original state. You were born worthy. The universe poured itself into form and called it you. That was the declaration. That was the proof. There is no higher certification than existence itself. But the world taught you otherwise. It taught you that worthiness must be earned, that you must be good enough, pretty enough, successful enough, healed enough. And so you spent your life chasing an impossible standard, never realizing you were already whole. Think of a newborn child. Does that child doubt its worthiness? Does it question whether it deserves love, care, nourishment? No, it simply receives, because it has not yet been taught the lie of unworthiness. You were that child once, and beneath the layers of programming, you still are. Pause now and feel this. What if you stopped trying to earn your place in the universe? What if you stopped auditioning for love, approval, abundance? What if you simply claimed it, not from arrogance, but from recognition? The universe does not withhold from the unworthy. The universe only delivers to the frequency you emit. And if you are vibrating at the frequency of I am not enough, the mirror reflects not enough back to you. But when you shift, when you drop the armor of proving and simply stand in the knowing that you are inherently, divinely, cosmically worthy, the floodgates open. The ancient alchemists understood this. They spoke of turning lead into gold, but they weren't talking about metal. They were talking about consciousness. Transforming the heavy, dense energy of unworthiness into the golden frequency of inherent value. Have you noticed that the people who receive the most don't necessarily work the hardest? They carry a different energy, an ease, a lack of desperation. They don't grasp, they receive. Because somewhere deep inside, they decided they were worthy. And that decision, that internal shift, changed everything. Imagine now a version of yourself who never questions their worthiness, who walks into rooms knowing they belong, who asks for what they want without apology, who receives abundance without guilt, who loves without fear of rejection. How does that version of you move? How do they speak? How do they breathe? That version is not a future self. That version is the true self buried beneath the lie. Here is the secret law. The universe cannot give you what you don't believe you're worthy of receiving, not because the universe is withholding, but because your energetic frequency rejects it before it even arrives. You are the gatekeeper. And if you are standing at the gate saying, I'm not ready, I'm not enough, I haven't earned this yet, the blessings that are trying to reach you simply cannot enter. Think of it like this. If someone tried to hand you $1 million, but you believed you didn't deserve it, you would unconsciously sabotage it. You would find a way to lose it, reject it, or prove that you were right about your unworthiness. But if you stood in the frequency of course I deserve this, of course this is mine, I am worthy simply because I am, the $1 million would not only arrive, it would stay. This is the third code. Worthiness is not earned, it is remembered. And the moment you stop trying to prove you are worthy and simply embody the truth that you are, everything changes. The power is in you, not in your achievements, not in your perfection, but in your existence. You are worthy. You always have been. And the universe has been waiting for you to finally believe it. Feel it now. Let it rewrite every cell. You are worthy. You are worthy. You are worthy. Not because of what you've done, but because you are. Chapter 4. The Ancient Code of Allowing and Receiving. There is a gesture the universe makes constantly. It extends its hand, offering, always offering, abundance, love, miracles, opportunities. But most people never see the hand, because they are too busy clenching their fists, trying to force, control, and make things happen. The secret code hidden in every spiritual text is this: the power is not in the taking, the power is in the allowing. Breathe now, unclench. You thought success required effort, hustle, grinding, proving. And yes, there is a place for action. But the ancients knew something deeper. All true power flows through the one who has learned to receive. Receiving is not passive. It is the most active state there is. Because to receive, you must first surrender the illusion of control. You must trust. You must open. You must allow. Think of a river. Does it force the water to flow? Does it struggle and strain? No. It allows. It creates the space. And the water, by its very nature, fills it. You are that river, and abundance is the water. But you have been clenching, controlling, trying to force the flow instead of simply allowing it. Have you noticed how the things you desperately chase always seem to elude you? The relationship you clung to, the money you obsessed over, the success you tried to manufacture, the tighter you held, the faster it slipped through your fingers. That's not punishment. That's physics. The frequency of desperation repels. The frequency of allowing attracts. Pause here. Think of something you've been trying to force, a goal, a desire, a manifestation. Now imagine what would happen if you simply let go, not gave up, let go, released the grip, trusted the universe to deliver it in its own perfect timing. Can you feel the relief, the exhale? That's the frequency of allowing. The ancient Taoists taught Wu Wei, effortless action, not inaction, but action that flows from alignment rather than force. They understood that the universe is not a battlefield, it's a garden, and gardens don't grow through force, they grow through allowing. Here is the hidden teaching. You are not here to make things happen. You are here to allow things to happen through you. Think of yourself as a vessel, a chalice. The universe is pouring abundance, love, miracles into you constantly. But if your chalice is turned upside down, if you are closed, defended, clenched, nothing can enter. Receiving requires vulnerability. It requires trust. It requires the courage to believe that the universe is not against you, testing you, or withholding from you. It is always, always, always conspiring in your favor. But you must open to see it. Imagine now your hands in front of you, palms up, open, receptive, vulnerable. This is the posture of receiving, not grasping, not demanding, simply allowing. Now feel energy pouring into those open palms, not from outside, from within. Because here's the paradox. To receive from the universe, you must first receive from yourself. You must allow yourself to have what you desire, to be who you are, to claim the life that is already yours. Most people are terrible receivers. Someone gives them a compliment, and they deflect. Someone offers help, and they refuse. The universe offers a miracle, and they say, "I'm not ready. I haven't earned it. It's too good to be true." And the universe, respecting your free will, withdraws the hand. But when you learn to receive, truly receive, everything changes. You say, "Yes, thank you. I am open. I am ready. I allow this." And the floodgates that have been waiting for that permission open. Here is the fourth code. The universe is not waiting for you to be perfect. It is waiting for you to be open. And the moment you allow, the moment you stop resisting the good that is trying to reach you, it arrives. Not someday, now. Think of the last time something amazing happened unexpectedly. You weren't forcing, you weren't striving, you were simply open, And in that openness, the universe could finally deliver what had been waiting all along. This is the practice. Throughout your day, notice where you are clenching, where you are forcing, where you are closed. And in those moments, breathe. Open your hands, soften your body, and whisper to the universe, I allow, I receive, I am open. The power is in you, but it can only flow through an open channel. Be the river, allow the water, trust the flow, and watch as the universe, your own infinite self, delivers everything you've been blocking with clenched fists and a closed heart. You are worthy of receiving, not because you earned it, but because you exist. Now, allow it. Chapter 5. The ultimate code. You are the treasure you seek. You have been searching for the treasure, following maps, decoding signs, seeking teachers, reading books, listening to transmissions like this one, all in search of the one thing that will finally make you whole, the missing piece, the secret code, the hidden key. But here is where everything shatters and rebuilds. The treasure is not hidden. The treasure is you. Breathe that into the deepest part of your being. You are not on a journey to find prosperity. You are prosperity itself, clothed in human form, having forgotten for a moment, so you could experience the ecstasy of remembering. Every external search has been the universe's way of leading you back to this moment, back to this recognition, back to the truth that has been humming inside your chest since before time began. You are the gold. The ancient alchemists spoke in riddles. Turn lead into gold, they said, and seekers spent lifetimes in laboratories, mixing chemicals, convinced the secret was external. But the true alchemists knew the lead was the false self. The gold was the truth. And the transformation happened not in a laboratory, but in consciousness. You are the philosopher's stone. You are the elixir of life. You are the treasure that every myth, every story, every spiritual teaching has been pointing toward. Think of all the fairy tales. The hero searches the world, faces dragons, climbs mountains, crosses oceans, only to discover that what they were seeking was inside them all along. You thought those were children's stories, but they were codes, transmissions, reminders. The power is in you. It always has been. And every moment of seeking outside yourself was simply the universe's way of exhausting all other options so you would finally turn within. Pause now. Place both hands on your heart. Feel the warmth, the beating, the life force that animates this temporary form. That warmth is not just biology. It is divinity, pulsing. It is the universe, experiencing itself as you. And if the universe itself is inside you, then what could possibly be lacking? Have you noticed that the wisest people don't seek? They radiate. They don't chase abundance. They are abundance. They don't look for love. They are love. Somewhere along the way, they stopped searching and started embodying. They activated the final code. Here it is. You are not a seeker. You are the sought. You are not on a journey. You are the destination. You are not becoming. You are being. Every breath you take is a treasure. Every thought you think creates worlds. Every choice you make rearranges reality. You're not powerless. You are power itself, temporarily pretending to be small so the game would be interesting. But the game is over. The searching is done. The veil is lifting. And what's being revealed is not some hidden teaching from outside. It's you, the real you, the infinite, eternal, boundless consciousness that chose to compress itself into this beautiful, temporary form. Imagine now seeing yourself the way the universe sees you, not as broken, needing fixing, not as lacking, needing filling, but as whole, complete, perfect, a masterpiece, a walking, breathing miracle. How would you move through the world if you saw yourself that way? How would you speak? How would you decide? How would you love? That version is not aspirational. That version is actual. Right now, underneath the programming, the fear, the doubt, you are already the treasure. The secret codes were never about gaining power. They were about remembering the power you never lost. You are the king. You are the queen. You are the sovereign. You are the generator. You are the authority. You are worthy. You are open. You are the treasure. And the universe, the same intelligence that spins galaxies and orchestrates the dance of atoms, lives inside you, speaks through you, creates as you. This is not philosophy. This is not metaphor. This is the literal, quantum, biological, mystical truth. You're not in the universe. The universe is in you. Feel it now, the power. Not arriving from somewhere else, but radiating from within, from the furnace in your chest, from the light in your cells, from the infinity in your awareness. You are the treasure. You always have been. And every moment of lack, every experience of powerlessness, every second of doubt was simply you, forgetting, so you could remember, so the remembrance would be sweet. Well, this is the remembrance. You are powerful beyond measure, abundant beyond limit, worthy beyond question, and free beyond anything your mind can comprehend. The codes are unlocked. The vault is open, the treasure is revealed, and it was never outside you. It was always you. As these words begin to fade, something irreversible has occurred, not because of what you heard, but because of what you remembered. You came here believing you needed something, but you were always complete. You thought you were searching for power, but you were power, searching for itself. The secret codes are not instructions for becoming. They are reminders of what you have always been: wealthy, sovereign, worthy, open, infinite. Let this settle into your bones as you sleep tonight. Let it work in you as you move through your days. You don't need to effort. You don't need to force. The remembrance is happening. The treasure chest is open. And you are the gold spilling out. Listen closely now. That humming in your chest, that warmth in your cells, that knowing that just awakened, that's the power, not coming to you, not waiting for you, but alive as you.